Hi everyone, Bernard here. I hope you're all staying safe and well, and welcome to my film and TV channel. I hope you enjoy what I've got for you today, and please check out as you're watching this little links on screen as well for different things on my Facebook and Twitter, and of course my football channel as well. And please, all your comments are very welcome. Just let us know and push that subscribe button. Don't forget, please push the subscribe button. Make sure your notifications set to public as well if you want to know when these vlogs are coming out. Push that notification button as well. So anyway, please enjoy. Right, we're going to have a look at a film today, a neo-noir science fiction thriller film. There you go, there's a good one, isn't it? Yeah, you've probably heard of this one. It's called Reminiscence, of course, a 12A certificate. 160 minutes. Was made for a total budget of about $68 million. So not too much, I suppose, but what do we sort of get for that money? We'll have to have a look, won't we? Film was written and directed by Lisa Joy. There you go, obviously connected with other things like Westworld, wasn't she, in her feature directorial debut. It stars Hugh Jackman as Nick Bannister, Rebecca Ferguson as May, Thandie Newton as Emily Watts-Sanders, and also stars people like Cliff Curtis, Marina de Tavira and Daniel Wu. What's it about? Well, Nick Bannister is a private investigator of the mind. Yes, of course he is. Navigates the darkly alluring world of the past by helping his clients access lost memories, living on the fringes of the sunken Miami coast. His life is forever changed when he takes on a new client called May. A simple matter of lost and found becomes a dangerous obsession. Yeah, she's lost her keys, I think. Yeah, I mean, you go to these places if you lose your keys, it'll probably cost you a fortune, but hey, there you go. Half of Miami's underwater, does it matter? As Bannister fights to find the truth about May's disappearance, he uncovers a violent conspiracy and must ultimately answer the question, how far would you go to hold on to the ones you love? Oh, bless. Yeah, Reminiscence was released by Warner Brothers Pictures on the 20th of August 2021, and I think it's actually going to be showing at the UK very, very soon as I'm recording this, which is August the 22nd, 2021. It will also have a month-long simultaneous release on HBO Max. There you go. So if you're part of that service, you've got the benefit of watching that on there as well. Is it any good? Well, all the scores I'm going to give you now are as at the 22nd of August 2021 at 2 p.m. UK time. Rotten Tomatoes, there we go. We always start with Rotten Tomatoes. I might have to start with Metacritic one day, but Rotten Tomatoes, we start with them. Why try and fix something that's not broken? Eh? There we go. It holds an approval rating of just 36%. That's based on 114 reviews, 114 reviews, and it's only coming out with an average rating of 5.2 out of 10. Not great. 41 fresh reviews and 73 rotten, so almost double the rotten to the fresh. A couple of the rottens, Kevin Mayer got a little bit personal actually. He's from the Times in the UK. He said, Jackman is a charismatic performer, but always within a certain narrow bandwidth. Ferguson, for all the hype, has an even smaller range. Together they are screen poison. A little bit personal that, Kevin. Owen Gleiberman also wasn't overly impressed. He's from Variety. Reminiscence plays like a perfectly calibrated 2-hour mirage of things we've seen before. Yeah, not very nice, but there are positives. As I say, there are a few fresh, isn't there? So there is a positive here from Ollie Richards from Empire magazine, but it does have to carry a little bit of a caveat as well, unfortunately. For all its lovely looks, flashes of inspiration and splendid casts, Reminiscence mostly serves to remind you of other films. Minority Report, Blade Runner, that did similar future noir much better. So that was a positive, so that's where we're coming from with this one. The website's consensus, although Reminiscence isn't lacking narrative ambition, its uncertain blend of sci-fi action and noir thriller mostly provokes memories of better films. Yeah, so I think that's sort of going back to that critic before, aren't they, with that one. Metacritic, the other site we'll look at, It's got an average of just 47 out of 100, so not great. That's based on 37 critics, and of those 37 critics, 7 gave it a positive review, 27 gave it mixed, and 3 gave it a negative, and it scored anywhere between 30 and 83 out of 100. Entertainment Weekly's Leah Greenblatt, she gave it 42 out of 100, so less than half, and said, writer-director Lisa Joy from Westworld seems to be aiming for an Inception-style metaphysical mind bend, with the sci-fi jolt of Minority Report and a bleak splash of Waterworld. There you go, I like all them films. But her intention is to get lost in some cloudy marine layer in between, sunk by hammy, hard-boiled dialogue and a story that leaves logic at the door. But, as I said, there are some positives, there are some people who did like it. Slash Films' Chris Evangelista, not exactly over the top with his praise, but at least he scored it 60 out of 100, which is my watchable score, isn't it? You know, I get a 6 out of 10, a 60 out of 100 does for me. Reminiscence is so very close, he says. Very close to succeeding. Joy has a great visual style. There's a fight scene in a flooded room with a piano that's genuinely stunning to watch. It is, what, the piano or the fight scene, I'm not too sure. And the noir sci-fi mashup is often enjoyable, but Reminiscence never manages to feel like a memory worth revisiting. So again, a positive, but again with a caveat, wasn't it? So that tends to be the theme of this film, unfortunately. And we go over to Internet Movie Database. We go over to Joe Public, you and me, the normal people paying at the door to watch this, or paying HBO to stream it, or whatever. 6,147 scores and reviews left. Yes, 6 out of 10. So just bang on my watchable score. So that doesn't sound too bad, does it? Of that 6,147, just under 4,000, 3,952 scored it 6 or more. That's 64%. So that's quite healthy. That's not too bad, is it? Right, on to my little thoughts of the film. Yeah, first of all, I did love the visions of a part-flooded Miami in the very near future. I thought it was excellent. I thought it was excellently done. It looked really good. Sadly, I did not love a lot more in this film, which is such a shame because everything from the settings to the actors promised a good deal more than unfortunately was delivered. I mean, they seem to have everything set up to come up with a pretty good film here. Even if you watched the first 30 minutes, you thought, oh, this looks potentially for a cracking film. But never quite lived up to that. Of course, Joy, the director, has surely done a better job perhaps adapting this for a mini-series. I think it has that sort of feel to it as a standalone movie. It didn't quite work, this one. Not for me and for many people. It was okay-ish, but yeah, just something missing. I wanted a bit more edginess, to be honest with you, because at the time, obviously, it's not a great time to be alive. Obviously, the seas are rising and etc. But that sort of darkness and edginess didn't really come over in this film, and it all felt just a little bland to me, as though it doesn't matter, you know, and I just don't get that feel that it should be like that. There's a few little riots and stuff covered in it, etc., which you would expect, but no, it just didn't sort of build on what it could have done, I don't think. I mean, that said, that first 30 minutes were okay. They're a bit slow, but they did set it up for quite an intriguing missing person thriller, you know, with a couple of twists in. But as I said, it never quite got going. It never quite delivered on that. I think of the characters, only Thandie Newton stood out for me, and even she had an element where it went a bit silly with her role in the film as well. Sadly, Jackman didn't really make me want to root for him. I didn't feel any sort of emotion for him, and neither is obviously his love interest, Rebecca Ferguson's character either. Which sort of made the film, because they're the two main protagonists, a little bit pointless for me and a little bit shallow. Despite this, there is a but. There's always going to be a but, isn't there? I did like some of it, mainly the cinematography, which I've touched upon, obviously, about Miami, the special effects, etc. But it is a film I might go back. Sometimes I'll talk about it in a minute, but sometimes I'll go back and watch these films a second time and get a little bit more out of them. But say first time round, it wasn't great. Blade Runner, the original Blade Runner, I mean, I quite like the updated version, but the original Blade Runner didn't impress me originally. It's only when I went back and watched it perhaps the second or third time, it sort of grew on me a little bit, and I think that's for a lot of people. I think it grew over time, didn't it? It came from cult status to people really respecting what it was. Is this a Blade Runner? I sort of doubt it. I doubt it, but I'm willing to think. I'm willing to give it another chance and give it another watch. But yeah, I am going to score it as I've watched it this first time round. I am going to give it my splinters in the bum score of 5.5 out of 10, which I certainly won't put you off watching it. There's elements to it that I did enjoy, but there's a lot more elements, sadly, that I thought were a little bit bland and let the thing down. So I will give it a 5.5 out of 10, which is just below that watchable score. But again, a score that I'm saying to you that it's okay. As I say, I'm going to have another rewatch at some stage, and I certainly won't put you off trying to watch it. Will the score go up when I watch it again? Probably not. I'm probably gambling on it staying about the same score, to be honest with you, which for me is okay. 5. But I don't, you say, you know me, I don't go mad with scores anyway. So probably a 5.5 from me is a 6 for other people anyway. So 6 to 6.5 for other people. So there you go. But I'd be interested to let me know what you think. If you get to watch this or you've already watched it, let me know what you think. As I said, I think it had so much potential. Everything seemed to be set up for it, and it started quite well. But yeah, even that first 30 minutes, which I enjoyed, you just saw a little hint that this perhaps isn't going to be as good as it feels or it should have been. And sadly for me, it wasn't. Anyway, there you go. Thanks for watching. What are we going to do the rest of the day? Have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. So we meet here again on the Film and TV channel, or perhaps you have Flick Cross if you fancy it, or you're into it, or you enjoy football. Watch my Citizen channel, my channel about Manchester City, my wonderful football team. Wherever it is, wherever we meet, I only ask one thing, just one simple thing. Please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.